My name is Patrick Weatherby. This is my partner Eric Smith. This is our game Best of the West. It's our prototype. It's an asymmetrical open world western for 2 to 8 players. So asymmetrical is two sides. Pioneers, good guys. Every man for himself. So they'll win or lose the game on their own. Bandit is the bad guys. They're co-op. So on one side of the table, the Pioneers will sit. The Bandits will sit on the other side. Bandits will win or lose the game as a group. You can play for 25 rounds. When this guy reaches 25, it's whoever's the highest on the reputation track wins the game. It's open world, sandboxy, so the Pioneers start in town. They can shop. They have a full shop menu where they buy items and weapons. They can buy pets at the ranch over here. Pets give you abilities, as well as your baked-in abilities. We have 20 characters. Every character has 3 abilities baked in, so every character is totally different. They'll go around Pioneers will go around the map. They can pan for gold at a waterfall, mine for gold at a mine shaft, pick up these gold cards, or they can herd cattle at these areas and pick up these little meeples. They can also trap furs like beavers, foxes, and bears at these locations around the map, okay, to get some more. And what they're going to do is a pick-up-deliver system. They're going to pick up the gold or the cattle and the furs and go to either the town or the ranch to gain reputation and money to shop. The Bandits, which is really cool, they're going to hide. They're going to hide out in their bunker. They'll have this little map here, and they can kind of write football plays and tactics underneath the table, and they'll pass this around. And they can say, hey, I'm here, you're here. And they can say, hey, go rob the train, the saloon, the bank. Go after this guy. And they can talk through this without having to whisper. And the train will go around the world, kind of like Disneyland, and they can rob the train, which is an NPC. They can go into the saloon, rob the saloon of any money that's spent at the saloon. They can go into town and rob the bank in town, which is the NPC down here. And they can also, what they'll do is, our cool main thing is they can hide on these ambush cards. So this ambush card represents a place on the map. So they can come off the board and say, I'm going into hiding. They'll be on the ambush card. And when a little Pioneer walks into their spot, they'll be like, hey, I'm there. Boom. They'll pop out. They'll go into a heated gun battle with guns and knives and revolvers. And depending on what kind of weapons you have, you'll roll dice. You'll shoot back and forth. And whoever dies will respawn at their location. You're never out of the game. And then if the bandit wins, he'll get the loot and bring it back to the bunker and score points. If the Pioneer wins, they'll go back to town. And also, we got a couple of cool things open world. You can go over to the Indian village, smoke the peace pipe, get some peace pipe cards. These are our power cards. You can visit the saloon. Come into the saloon, spend some money, buy a drink card. We've got bourbon, whiskey, sarsaparilla, tequila. They all do different things in battle for you. You can go over to the ghost town over here, cross the desert, and get our shadow cards. These are our most powerful power cards. You can get like a Gatling gun to fight with, or a pet bear to fight for you, and stuff like that. And these are all things you can collect while you're visiting around the world, whether you're Pioneer or Bandit. So it's a really big open world sandboxing game, and we've got a lot of cool things. As the Bandits pull off robberies, whether it's from an NPC like the train or a Pioneer, their warrant meter will go up, and as their warrant meter goes up, they'll have to serve time in jail. And so if they're in jail, they'll have to either escape on their own, and if they can't, it'll cost them a turn. They won't be able to do anything, or their buddy can come down to the jail spot and fight the sheriff, kill the sheriff or beat the sheriff, and then they bust them out of a jail. Get out free. We're also working on over there an expansion. We have already got a second board, which the second board's totally different. Instead of a train, we're going to have a steamboat, like a Mark Twain steamboat. It works totally different. We've got more characters, more power cards. We're going to add more power cards. So we've got a lot of stuff. We got weather. We also have weather, and so every 5 rounds, weather will happen. You'll flip. It'll be either raining, blizzard, snowstorm. We also have a fight guy deck over there. You can go to the saloon and get into a barroom brawl and fight a guy, kind of like Punch Out. We also got a poker tournament. Every 7 rounds, you'll do a poker tournament where you'll have a chance to get power cards. You can get power cards, or you can get into a barroom brawl with those purple cards over there, and you'll get into a big barroom fight. Well, I mean, Red Dead Redemption, I'm a big fan of that, but I've been playing Westerns for a long time. I loved Carson City was really cool, but you know, I hadn't seen a open world kind of one like this. I've always seen a lot of the Westerns have always been Euro, worker placement, resource gather, kind of put your people here. I haven't seen anything like this, so I mean, I'm a big fan of Red Dead Revolver. I played the first one. I'm a big Western fan for movies. You know, I love a lot of the old classics, Sergio Leone stuff. You know, Fistful of Dollars, Good, Bad, and Ugly. But even like some of the new ones, I loved Young Guns when I was a kid. Young Guns is a big popular one. Open Range, Tombstone. Tombstone's one of my. I have Tombstone on like Blu-ray, double disc. Tombstone's probably one of my all-time favorite. I mean, I love the genre. Everything about this genre. So, it's just so fun. I think it translates really well.
Yeah, it's like Knott's Berry Farm.
It's like it's really like a mixture. And inspiration too. I won't deny our map has been told it looks like Disneyland or some. The inspiration, I designed the map to be like a kind of when you open that map, when you get to Disneyland or Knott's Berry Farm or any kind of amusement park, you want to go there. You want to go to this area of the map and do this kind of thing. And we kind of wanted that feel like, hey, let's go around this. Like it's almost like a theme park, amusement park. But in a Western frontier, we tried to add everything, as much as we could.